Hello, Internet. Welcome to Making Money. My name's Eric, and this is your Daily Dollar, our financial segment where I give you one financial lesson every day to help you with your financial goals. So we've been talking a lot about income lately. Specifically, the last couple of days, we've talked about earned income, the idea of trading time for money to get a basic job, how this is kind of the steadfast way of getting some sort of income coming into your accounts. That if you don't have a great way to chip away at any debts that you have, you don't have a lot of income coming in, starting out with earned income is definitely the best way to go. It's definitely the most widespread and common, that's for sure. And then yesterday we talked about the fact that you need money to make money. And this was more about the fact that we need to have some sort of base income before we start taking our money and having our money work for us in investments and that kind of thing. So today's lesson is about passive income. So this has been something that obviously has been coming up a lot more in mainstream, I want to say mainstream media, just mainstream. Passive income is becoming more mainstream. This is a topic that's talked about quite a bit, and understandably so. It's definitely something that is very interesting for people that are learning about passive income for the first time. It is something that seems like a way where you don't have to do much work and still get a lot of money. So today we're going to go over what passive income actually is, and then we're going to dig into a little bit of what types of incomes you can actually have that are passive income. So to start off with, what the heck is passive income? I mentioned it quite a few times. I kind of take it for granted that people know what it is, but let's dig into it. By definition, passive income means that you have income coming in with a minimal amount of labor. All right. Now, this definition, the actual definition of passive income, does mean that there are some streams of earned income where you work that are considered passive income. A great example of this is if you own a business, right? So you don't do a lot of the day-to-day manual tasks of the business, right? You may help with some managerial things, acquisitions, large, director decisions, but you're not yourself doing the work of the business, right? This is a form of earned income because yes, you are working, yes, you are acting as the owner of the company, but you are making money without much labor. Now, when we talk about passive income in the way that most people think about passive income, what we're talking about is progressive passive income. And this is kind of a nuance with the nomenclature here, but progressive passive income is the idea of getting income with little effort. And that's what people are really hot on. They want to do a minimal amount of work and get the maximum amount of money, which makes sense. I mean, I can't fault people for wanting that. And I'm sure that when we talk about goals, passive income is probably something that's in a lot of people's goals. So what type of income is progressive passive income? What are we really talking about? Well, we had talked about before that there's really 8 types of income, and that earned income is one of them. Well, there's actually 5 that are true passive income, true progressive passive income. We're going to kind of go over those. So the first type is interest. When you lend out your money to someone and make interest on that money, that is a true form of passive income. You're not doing any additional work to get that. Your money is literally working for you to make that back. It could be argued that yes, there is some legwork in, getting someone to borrow your money, then following up with payments and making sure that you get your money back. That could be argued, but technically interest is a form of passive income. When we get into investing, the first type of income that pops into mind is dividend income. And this is where companies pay you a small amount of money for holding shares in that company. And this is passive income at one of its finest. Dividend investing is a very hot item. We'll definitely talk about that. Not as risky and exciting as some things. You do have to watch out. We'll get into this later on, but there is some tax things that you have to watch out with dividend investing, especially when you start to make more money. But dividend investing is a great form of passive income. When we continue to talk about, investing, that kind of stuff, capital gains comes into play when you sell an asset and make money off the change in value. If you own a stock and it goes up in value and you sell that, you make money on it. This is also true with, other things as well, not necessarily stocks. But again, when we talk about investing, that doesn't necessarily mean investing in the stock market. You can invest in a lot of things. You can invest in collectibles, you can invest in real estate, and actually real estate is a great segue. Rental income is another great form of income, which again requires some work. But I mean, you can even set up situations, Airbnb comes to mind, where you can have an apartment that you own. You can have it automated so that people can rent it. You have cleaners come in. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to make it minimal effort. Yes, it does require some setup, and yes, it does require things to, stay up and running. So there is some management behind it. But yeah, this is a form of passive income. You can go out and do your day job and rent out a room in your house or rent out an apartment that you own without having to do a lot of extra work. And then the last type that we'll get into is royalties. And this is the idea of, you write a song and that song is sold and you make money off of every sale of that song, or that you make money off of every copy of a book that you sold. This type of income is also, great, especially if you're someone who, likes creative outlets. This can also be true if you have an idea for an invention, and we'll get into all of the ways that you can monetize that kind of stuff. But royalties are a great way to make money. So those 5 are really what we're touching on today, just to kind of give you a brief intro to passive income, get your mind focused in the right stuff, and understand that, yes, passive income may require some work, even though when we talk about passive income, most people just like the part where we don't do any work, just make the money. So I wanted to talk about this today because we are getting more into income and we are getting more into investing. And this is a very important distinction to understand, because as we talk about, capital gains, as we talk about, dividends and that kind of stuff, that's when we start to get a ball rolling where you can build money on money. And that's when we'll get a little bit more into stuff like compound interest, which can really take your asset and just multiply them. So that's it today. Plain and simple, passive income. It's excellent if you can get it to work. There's many ways to do it. There is no necessarily right and wrong way. Again, it's going to depend on your situation, what you enjoy doing, what you feel confident in. But yeah, definitely something to consider putting into your overall financial portfolio. So I hope you guys like this lesson. As always, if you're enjoying this series, I appreciate subscriptions, and it'll also keep you more connected with what we're putting out. I'm interested. Are you guys participating in anything that is providing passive income for you right now? Feel free to leave that in the comments. I'm definitely interested in hearing. You can always hit me up on Twitter, link in the description, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another lesson, probably about something income related. So, see you then. Bye.